Hi, how is everybody doing? Today, as you see, my desk camera is on and I am fully prepared to tackle this piece. This piece is a sketch I made in 2018, which you can kind of guess judging by the sketchbook it is in. This is my 2000. This sketchbook I had since 2016, yes. So this is like my 2016 to 2018 sketchbook, and it's fully filled with whips, of course, with work in progress pictures. And today, courtesy of Chiredann chose this picture to be finished. So yeah, so this is the picture. Missing the Sunshine, this is how I titled it, and it features Addie, my OC Addie, looking kinda sad. And yeah, so I want to keep this picture in like golden colors, because there is like because there is a saying that the fall in Poland is golden, so it will have like lots of like gold, orangey, yellowy leaves. But at the same time, I want to add a little bit of just a smidge of gray. So I have water-soluble graphite here. I have my regular pencil and I have black ballpoint pen because I need to ink with something. Okay. I need to ink with this picture with something. This was always the plan, that this picture will be inked. So yeah, so let me just prepare. I have some of the supplies ready, but just give me a moment. I need to also bring out the other. Oh, for example, this one. This is also This is also gold. I also had this gel pen, and I also have this. This is antique gold colored pencil, and I think this would be like this. Yeah, okay, so this is all I have prepared when it comes to supplies. So yeah, so all supplies are present, so let's get into it. So yeah, so today is traditional art time. And yeah, so how is everybody doing? I am doing kinda okay. Like, I am slowly getting, like, I was feeling kinda bad, like, on Monday. But right now I feel like a bit better, so yeah, so it's good now, it's all fine now. So let's start with erasers, with my kneaded eraser, to lighten the sketch a little bit. And yeah, I will lighten it a little bit, as much as you know, as the eraser will allow. Also, the fact that this sketch is like what? It's almost like 7 years old, this sketch already. So I may not be able to erase everything, but it's okay. Maybe I need to embrace to see the sketch lines underneath. But oh my god, me in 2018 had absolutely different grasp on anatomy. Like, Addie's head right now is too big, her body is like too narrow. Like, I know Addie's thin, but she's super thin in here, and this is no bueno, absolutely no bueno. So yeah, so during inking stage I will try and rectify it a little bit. But yeah, So my day was chill. Tomorrow should also be kinda chill. I am actually doing like a good progress on diorama because of the streams I was working on diorama mostly. And getting back into working on my comic. I have thumbnailed up till page 49. I have like 2 last scenes to do. One at the principal's office and one in Damian's room. I don't know when and if chapter 4 will wrap up. I doubt it will wrap up by the time of 5th anniversary of the comic, but it is worth a try. It is always worth a try. Okay, so let me start with, I'm looking for my glove because my tablet glove is also good for when I'm drawing, because I tend to smear everything everywhere. And I recently washed it, so yeah, it's nice and clean and fun and fine. Yeah, so I will first start with inking. Then I will let the ink dry, and in the meantime of ink drying, I need to think which one I will use first. Which one of these art supplies I will use first, because they have different opacity and different, you know, whether or not I should use the water-soluble supplies first or next. But maybe I should ink first to mark the boundaries of character. At least the boundaries of the character. The background I can wing it. But I need to mark the contours of the character. The head is fine. The rest of the body seems like kinda disproportionate right now. Looking at it with 2025 eyes. And not 2000 eyes. Not 2018 eyes. 2018 me looked at it and said, this is fine. This is amazing, wonderful piece. I will finish it someday. But yeah, this is my testing paper, because I need to get rid of these like boogers in here. And yeah, and let's proceed. I want to keep I'm kinda thinking of keeping the lines kinda sketchy. Not as refined as I usually do my line art. So I am thinking Eddie's hair will start gray, dark gray, and go lighter, and end with golden tips, because Addie, in this like point of the story, she has ombre hair. So yeah, so it made sense. I also showed it on sketch. Okay, my god, the music is kinda loud for me. And I noticed that I am screaming to the mic, trying to be louder than the music, but music is already like, it's already more quiet than my voice, because I am a professional streamer and I am So yeah, so I need to focus during this first phase, because I want to ink this picture properly. And by properly I mean to ink it with like some thought behind it, and not go over the lines that 2018 me left, because this is not the point. I will add a little bit more hair strands here and there. That would also aid me with shading, although I am not really sure how I want to shade this picture. I will mostly use grayscale, and I kind of want to keep the colors a bit flat, so I will just try and shade with the line art. Okay, before I move forward with hair, I want to first ink whatever is happening around Addie's hair and around Addie's silhouette, because this contour will determine where I will start drawing the bottom strands of hair. Oh, I will add maybe a little bit of these like dots to also like symbolize the dust, because you know, when stuff is blowing, there is also some dust, you know, that's being blown too, and I think it will add to the like to the feeling that okay, there is something going on in the air. I don't know, this is something I started putting in my art recently, and I think it should work. It should work fine. Also, I have some... The inspiration hit me today. Cause I don't know if you know, but I was accepted to a zine, and I will prepare okay, question. Did I draw this branch to be over Addie? I think for the sake of... I think I drew this branch to be over Addie, so let me draw this first. Okay, this is just some bush. Okay. I think these few leaves will be enough for that. Okay, so this will be the... So I want this sweater to be very baggy on her, like it's like absolutely like not her size. Oh, this is much better. You see where the contour of her body was then and where is it now? Like, it's a bit thicker, but it makes... She at her, you know, looking at her side, she looks thicker compared to the previous body, the sketch of the body, but she looks more proportionate. Like, her head is not super huge compared to her body, and her body doesn't look like absolutely, like, malnourished. Okay, and her skirt is also being blown away by the wind, so there are some creases. Okay, but I think it's looking all right. I know I haven't inked her eyes. I'm leaving this for the last. I'm letting all of the other elements, especially around her eyes, to fully dry before I go into it. Wait, how the heck? I just noticed this. How the heck? Did I drew? Okay, in my sketch I drew 5 fingers, but this is this case where only like 4 fingers of the hand are visible. So I don't know why I drew 5th. I have no idea. I don't know. But fixing it right now, this is why I am not following the sketch to the T. Because a lot of things can change. Oops. I'm tagging in the cables. I need to figure out better cable management for this place, and also I need to do this nice little cable labelers, cause oh my god, the amount of times where I have a USB cable and I don't know if it's for camera, if it's for the mic, if it's for the tablet. Like, I need to write down which one is which and stick it onto the cable itself. Cause some days, most of the streams, I need my mic. Some days I need my tablet. The other days, well, but I already know which one is for my mouse. Because my mouse is the only cable that is braided. So yeah, and yeah, so I need to label which one is for my keyboard, which I usually know which one it is because I unplug and plug my keyboard like constantly. But yeah, camera, because I don't need camera at all times. Mic, because I unplug and plug my mic whenever I need to stream. And yeah, and tablet. And everything else I can figure out on my own, but oh my god. Oh, this also like little strands at the end is also something that I started doing in my art. Okay, I need to draw her braid, but I need to rotate because it will be easier for me to ink this way. I'm adding a little bit of these lines. In my mind they are there to separate like each like big strand of hair, like it's for aesthetic purposes, like this is like, this serves no function whatsoever, only to look pretty and make and give an impression that the hair are made of big chunks and not like individual strands. For example, here I will add a little bit more strands because this is like where her natural hair color is still transitioning, and it will help with visually contrasting her hair from her hair from her sweater and from the background. I want to make one big long line here, but first I will do her braid. Okay, so now I can make one big okay, so now moving on to the branches on top, and then I can proceed with, I don't know if I should try to erase. I doubt I will be able to erase anything more with the needed eraser. I will probably need polymer eraser, but I am too worried about the line art being too wet right now. And yes, my branches are angular. They are really angular. But it's okay, this is my stylistic choice.
Ja później pójdę z pieskiem, teraz może z nim pójść. Nie, to teraz to idź ty teraz, a ja później pójdę jeszcze raz. Ty teraz.
When drawing when drawing trees, I have right now such an urge to have a different shape of leaves right now, but I need to tell myself no. There are no trees that have that vastly different shape of leaves. Like, no, this is not happening in nature. Nina, stop. Nina, stop. Okay, it's enough. There are like various sizes, and we can tell like these leaves and these leaves, this one, which have more rounded shape, and this one, which are more jaggedy. They came from different trees. Okay, she's standing somewhere in the park. There are multiple different trees. Okay, this is normal. And I think this picture will work so well if Addie had also like golden eyes, because Addie has hazel eyes, like canonically, but I think for this picture, I think gold in her eyes and a little bit gold in her hair will be nice. Okay, so inking done. I will put this aside so it will not bug me. Okay, so I think let's start with I want to start with the graphite. This is for big graphite. I wonder if I have any water-soluble graphite that is softer. I don't remember correctly. I actually don't have different graphites and different hardnesses of graphites on my list of. Okay, I have 2B. Okay, and I have 6B as well. Okay, but I think I also have water-soluble charcoal, or is this something or was it a fever dream of mine? I thought I had charcoal as well. No, these are graphite sticks. This is the regular pencil. No, probably I either lost it or made this up, or both. Lost it and made up that I had it here. I don't know. Today was a very long day for me. Absolutely cold tea. Yes. Okay. Are they filled? Okay, they are fine. These are watercolor, not watercolor. These are acrylic paints, but I'm really not up to bring a separate cup for them. So I will use the one of my water brushes. I will use for the graphite, and the thinner one I will use for the paints here. Oh wait, I also have, wait a minute. I have since then got, no, this is not this box, but this is this box. Oh yeah, but since 2018, I got myself a fine tech pearlescent colors. These are watercolors. with gold, with 2 shades of gold even. So in theory, I don't need to use this one, because the Olympic gold should be okay in comparison. But I will check. I have my testing paper here, so I will check. If it would be fine, I will just use the water-soluble. I will use the paints that will not ruin my water brush, because I will need to get to clean this brush ASAP, as I will be done with these, because yeah, acrylics. And these are okay. Testing commencing. Okay. Okay, let me grab a different brush. Let me grab a brush that I won't be sorry if it will be wrecked. Let me check if I have any here. This I will be sorry for. This I will also be sorry. This is 000 brush, but it's already like so. No, I cannot ruin this. These are acrylics, so in theory I can just put them straight onto from the tube. I will just go straight from the tube to just compare the colors, okay? Come on. Okay, it's right. Oh, don't tell me you're dying on me. There is half a tube left of you. Some paint dried at the very top, and the paint doesn't want to flow. Okay, spare paper. Oh my god. I need to pick out dried paint. From the top, because I feel like it's still liquid inside. Listen, worst case scenario, I will just say F it and use watercolor paper, watercolors. Oh my god! Like, I can see that it's coming, but it's so hard, as if... Oh my god, it's barely going. What the heck happened? I was using this paint. I planned to use this paint to finish the restoration of the little Santa figurine. And now you're telling me it's dead? Come on, it's all like crumbly in here. It's so crumbly. Can I get to the liquid, please? Because I know this paint shouldn't look like this. Oh wow, this is bad. This is bad. It's basically, look, it basically looks like clay. It looks like clay and behaves like clay. Like, I've only seen very old acrylics do this. Very old. Like, I had some stiff Kohinoor acrylics, like some random colors I bought from the stationaries, from the stationers, yes. But oh my god, never to this extent. Ah, no, I need to find a way to reactivate this. Probably use some, like, solvent or something, cause damn, I want to use this paint. Is copper the same? Is copper the same action? Oh my god, copper is even harder, and I use this less. And all of them were properly, you know, stored. So properly closed and properly stored. Like, oh, not good. Not good at all. Not good at not good at all. Like, it's really like a freaking clay. Let me just clean it so it's not on my desk mat. Okay, so apparently, you know, okay, I need to reactivate this. And once I apply a little bit of water and it's so, look at this. Look at this. It's like, oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. Okay, but the problem of the dilemma of whether to use acrylics or watercolor, well, solved itself once my acrylics went bad. So yeah, but let's start with the graphite. So I think graphite will be first of the area which I plan to apply this graphite is pretty big. Let me start at the lightest color. I think 2B is the lightest that I have. This is the, and 2B means it's the least, it's the soft, it's the 2 on the softness scale. Softness scale goes from 1 to, I haven't seen anything more than 10 personally, so the same for hardness scale. So there is the softness scale from 1 to 10, 1 being marked as B and 10 being marked as 10B, and the bigger the number, the softer it is. The softer it is, the darker the mark is. The mark that you leave with this. Let me show you. This is 2B, and I will apply the same amount of pressure. This is 2B. This is 4B. Same amount of pressure. And this is 6B. So you see, compared to, you can compare even 2B to 6B, how dark the mark is with the same amount of pressure. This is what the softness means. It means that the lead is crumbling easier and therefore giving you the most intense graphite. But it's flipped on the hardness scale. So hardness also goes from 1 to 10, 1 being marked as H, and 10 being marked with 10H. And here, the hardest it is, the lighter is the mark with the same amount of pressure. Like, it is used for different purposes, like when you need more dramatic shading, when you need to have like a slightly lighter hand, you can switch to using the thicker, you can switch to using softer pencils, so you need to press lighter to have the same amount of the same darkness of the mark as if you will press harder on the edge. It also changes how it erases, because the harder you press on the paper, with the H pencils, so on the harder scale, it will leave like a dent in your paper. So it might be easier to erase because the mark itself is lighter, but you might be left with a dent. So it's not nice. And these erase pretty easily compared to the H. I personally like 2B because it is like soft but still not soft, or HB, which is the middle, which is the only one that is the middle between the soft scale and the hard scale. So the hard scale goes, so when you want to look at which ones are hard, which lead of the graphite is harder and which is softer, the scale goes exactly like this, from 10H, the hardest, to H, then HB, then B, and stage 10B, the softest. This is the whole spectrum. So I want to go to 2B and start with the background. And I think the background I will just do I will just go over everything with the same pressure. I want to keep the background like gray, but not too gray. I want to keep it like soft gray with slight gradient of darker colors towards the middle, towards the bottom, to kind of through gradient show that this is the sky, this is the mid-ground, and this is the bottom, like low bushes, grass, or anything else, more elements. So I want to kind of show the sky, to keep it like very light gray or even white, leave the white of the paper for the sky. And I know this paper is not super suitable for wet media. I tried to, because this is a Canson sketchbook that I got, that actually I had to rebind by the bookbinder because it was falling apart on me. And because it was falling apart, and because I started putting the label paper on every other page in order to make it double-sided. Because yeah, usually it wouldn't be like double-sided, but on the other side I put label paper, and to some extent it can hold like 2 to 3 layers of watercolors. So it worked just fine. What it didn't do well is that it made the sketchbook so thick, so much thicker, that the spine was not falling apart. I tried to fix it myself. I failed, so I gave it to the bookbinder. So this is why there are like these like little tabs you can see like little tabs you can see in here. You know, these are like for when the bookbinder was putting these pages back into signatures to be bound properly and stitched properly. So yeah. But it was kind of stressful for me to give my sketchbook, my first like completed sketchbook, the sketchbook I had for like couple years already, to the bookbinder, for like a stranger man to look at my art, like even like through passing, to look at my art and be, you know, even if you like don't mean to look at, of course you will look at, because you will need to make sure that the pages are in correct order, you know, and stuff. So you like, not on purpose, but you will take a peek what's inside and be like, okay, so this signature is from these like strange guys here to this longer here, okay. You know, this is normal, this is human nature. If I was a bookbinder, I will also, like, you know, do this. You know, maybe not read the whole book one by one, but if all your book has nothing but pictures, you know, you kinda, and the pages are not numbered, so you need to make like marks, or be like, okay, so this book has so and so pages. I need to divide it into signatures. Signature needs to contain at least 4 pages, you know. So yeah, there are like stuff to consider. Okay, I think I will keep the graphite up till this point. Oh, also I need to Photoshop the swatch card out, because I doubt I will be able to take it to unglue it safely. So usually when I scan it, I just Photoshop it out. Okay. Let me go. Oh, not with this one. With this one. Also, the gray background would hide some of the sketch lines. I am trying to dissolve the pigment and move it a little bit. A little bit beyond where I laid the color. to make the gradient. Oh. Also like to do this motion. I think it just adds a little bit of interest to the picture. But yeah, I think starting with the wet media would be the best, cause then it will be easier for the dry media to go over. And by dry media I mean colored pencils, gel pens. They usually work better on wet surface. And if you use dry media, like for example my inking pen, I need make sure it's waterproof when it's waterproof. Just make sure it's waterproof. Oh, for the first layer it looks great, and I think I will move to 4B. I will let it dry for a moment. I will move with 4B and I will do the skirt first. So it will be a little bit darker, and I want to add a little bit of darker shades here around from the middle of the picture. But yeah, but I will probably need to let it dry a bit more first. Where I should also put the 4B. I think hair. At least the top of the hair. And I will apply a little bit more pressure. Hi, Milo. And I will extend this color of the hair a little bit. A little bit further here, so her face will be completely white and framed with darker colors. So I think it will be a good contrast. Just excuse me for a Okay, I'm back. Had to listen what was going on there. Okay, this part is dry, so let me apply a bit more of this 4B in there and in there, and I think in this place, in this area, it will contrast nicely with her hair. I am not sure how I would go with her sweater, because I want this sweater to be a grill sweater, you know, the one with rhombus all over, you know, with this pattern. And I think I will add the pattern first, and then I will go around it with graphite, because I want this to also be like kinda dark, not too dark. I think I will darken her hair even more with the 6B. So I'm putting 6B directly in here, and I think, as I said, it will frame her face nicely. It will fade. It will fade slightly, but her face will be framed with the darkest color in there. And I think it will look nice. And 6B, I will also, you know what, if I already have 6B on me, I will apply it here at the very bottom and on branches. But I think on branches I will leave it undiluted. Okay, so let's go. So let me start with the background. Maybe start do some shape. Maybe do some shape on the, like a shape of like the bushes or something like this, to give some interest, to give something nice to the for the background. To make it a little bit more interesting. My dog is barking. I don't know why. Probably he wants food. Because I think he just came back from his evening walk. Oh, this is such a nice texture. This is something now. This is something I cannot, for the love of me, replicate in digital art. Like this texture. Oh my god, it's so nice. Oh my god, just let me create something. Just anything. Work on something. On a story. On a story, on a crafting project, on a comic, on anything, and I am mentally healed. Like, oh my god, like, I was really feeling poopy, but oh, this brings me, this just heals my heart. I maybe add a little bit of, since I have some pigment on the pen, on the brush, I will maybe just pull some of the pigment around to make it look like there are also branches in the background, like you see. You can see this. Of course you can. But yeah, just let me do whatever creative. Let me create something. Even like a stupid storyline in Sims. Or something like this. And I am healed. Like, I wouldn't be able to live without creating anything. I just wouldn't. Okay, I just see I need to add a little bit more of 6B in here. Because this is where I need this contrast, a little bit of contrast between her skirt and the background. Just a smidge. So it won't look like she's disappearing in the background. And her hair. Oh yes. Oh yes. And with this, I can also like, here you can see I'm following the shape of the hair strands, and I am building at the same time a bit of shadows. Just a little bit of shadows. I want to keep the whole picture more flat than fully shaded, but just a smidge of shadows. Just a little bit of shadows. Just a little bit. Oh, time to stretch and time to drink in a moment. Okay. Wonderful. Now 6B, but not diluted, in here on the branches. It might cause a little bit of problems with seeing this. Okay, you guys should not have a problem. I have a problem because graphite, compared to charcoal, graphite is, when you put it on a surface, when you put like an even layer on a surface, it kind of reflects light. So I have like now this like glare where I put the graphite, and it's not great for when I want to see where is white and where is not white, when with the glare everything looks white. Hey, I wonder. I wonder how it will look like if I would draw on a paper, but I cannot look at the paper, but only at the stream. How strange it will be to draw. I mean, maybe not that strange because I have a tablet without a screen. So it might not be super strange for me. But given the latency, it might be tricky. Okay, and I want to also, okay, this is kinda, I also want to give small strands darken some of the areas of the hair. Okay, I think it looks better. I think it looks better. Okay, so time for gold. Time for gold. Finally, Nina, time for gold. Like you named this stream, making art with gold supplies, and what? We only saw some swatching. Oh, I applied way too much water. I would need the... Do I have paper towel? I have paper towel in here. I applied a tad bit too much water. And not enough pigment. Okay, that's better. Okay. Let me now try and do with the same gold. Well, first off, let me maybe just saturate this leaf with a tad bit more gold. And now let me try and do the Agrile pattern. Needs more gold. So Agrile pattern are rhombus from up and down, touching with the corners, and then oh my god, these are not horizontal, these are not vertical, they are... I don't remember the English word for that. They are like slash and backslash on the keyboard. I don't remember the name for them, sorry. These lines. Listen, I did a Agrile pattern a lot of times because when I was 16, I thought one of my characters would wear a Agrile pattern all the time. And well, this did not happen afterwards. But yeah, this is kinda a nod to the fact that Addie is not wearing. This is not Addie's sweater. This is someone else's sweater. I'm not saying whose sweater it is, but if you know what... If you know what is my OTP, if you experienced some of my streams, you will probably figure out whose sweater it is. I am dabbing right now this gold in here because I wanted to add gold here, mainly this dark gold, but I think adding a little bit of glitter down there, where in theory should be the most fallen leaves, you know, here on the ground, here when there are low bushes. I think this would be just nice. Oh. Also, this was my intention from the very beginning, to have like this dirty gold somewhere down here. Because let's be honest, let's be absolutely honest. Don't tell me that you've never used any gold art supply and be utterly disappointed. Because when you think of, oh, it's gold, it's glittery, you know, in packaging it looks amazing, and then you open it and it looks like poop. There's like no payback, like glitter what? Glitter where? Like it's absolutely disappears. And yeah. So yeah. And it all, look at these swatches. All of these golds here, these three, look absolutely poopy. This is puke color. This is the backroom's carpet color, okay? This one, gold. Like, really gold. This one from Finetech. This one from Finetech. Absolutely amazing gold. But everything else, any other gold supply I had, like, it looked horrible. It looked like, kinda like, well, it looked like piss, it looked like puke. There was absolutely no glitter whatsoever on the paper. And therefore I decided to use all the gold supplies to make this like kinda sad picture, because, you know, it's nice, it's like, you know, polished gold fall, but, you know, after a week of polished gold fall, you're faced with like the utter like grayness, and all the leaves are rotting, they are on the ground, then the rain is falling, then they turn into a mush, then the snow is falling, then the snow is falling into like a grey mud, and yeah. and this is how it looks like till the spring. So yeah. So this is how it is. But hey, this gold looks really nice. This gold from Finetech, really nice. I used this already. Oh yeah, it was in 2019 when I got this, because, oh my god, first artwork of 2020 I did with these paints, because I got them for Christmas 2019. Now I remember. And I even painted Addie in 2020. And everybody was happy about 2020 and hopeful about 2020. And we are 5 years into this goddamn decade. And it's not getting better. It's even getting worse. Like, what the heck? What the heck? I want my optimism back. Okay, so right now I have very similar golden, very similar, but very, very similar golden supplies. Like, look, compared to the Finetech, which is right here, these are the 3 art supplies that I will be using. They look green. They look freaking green for me. So yeah. So now, to not absolutely screw this picture, worst case scenario, I will just paint over everything with the Finetech gold and be done with it. Just in case something will go wrong. So okay, so I wanted Eddie's hair at the back. Not at the back. Eddie's hair here to have this color. But hey, look, these sketch lines for you guys are almost like invisible. And this was my goal for using the gray background. To make the sketch fugliness that wouldn't be erased to, you know, kind of make it disappear. So yeah, let me use this big chunky crayon, colored pencil, which I would normally not use. And just use it here. Okay, to be honest, not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. The payoff is, well, usually the pigmentation in these supplies, because of the glitter, or I don't know what kind of additives they put in here, but the pigmentation is like very, very poor. Like, I'm pressing pretty hard to just get something out there. And for you guys, it looks like the same color. For me, it's not the same, but for you, it is the same. But oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, like... Look at this shift. Oh my god. I need to go on Etsy and get watercolors, but the multi-chrome watercolors, the color shifting ones, because they are so pretty and I have none. And yes, this is exactly my this is exactly my this is exactly why I want them, because they are pretty and I don't have them. Okay, now I'm using the gel pen. To put this characteristic crisscrossing stripes on top. They should also be visible. And I will use this gel pen maybe to add a little bit of... Is it just me, or... For a moment I thought my OBS flickered. I don't know why. I will add a little bit of glitter pen onto the leaves. And on top, okay, first off I want to use this colored pencil as well here for the bottom. For the very, very bottom. It should just give a little bit of tint. Maybe a little bit here as well for the hair. Just a smidge. I hope at least that my scanner will, or at least I hope that my scanner or my phone camera will capture the small like nuance in the hue in here, because I like how it like now gives the impression that Addie's hair are brown, because well, they are. This was on a whim. This was purely on a whim. I like the effect that it gave right here, so I'm extending it to her entire head. And by entire head, I mean to the entire length of her hair. Oh, this looks nice. Okay. Let me go. This color is called antique gold. I mean, I can kind of buy it why it's called like that, but again, the payout and pigmentation, oh my god, I need to press so hard to get anything. Okay, and the top and also her eyes. I don't know which one I will use for her, which color I will use for her eyes. Maybe this one. I think it's the closest one to her eyes. I don't want to use the darker, the antique gold, because for me it was too dark. Maybe I will add a little bit of gel pen just to add something in her eye. Maybe I will just add a couple of strands with the gel pen. Probably nothing will be seen from this gel pen, but I can try. And at least I know that I use it somewhere. Yeah, it looks okay. Okay, top leaves. I think I will do the same, but maybe I will use this pen. This is like more like a paint pen. It was from Big and Fine Point Permanent Marker. The lettering is already like so like bad. Okay, and I think I will use antique gold for these leaves. These two round leaves. And the only thing left would be, oh, first off, I want to also, with 2B, I want to add a little bit of gray in here to kind of aid as a blush. Okay, it looks nice. And now I am considering using white gouache, but I think this picture looks nice without the highlights. So I think I will skip it. Okay, so 6B, back to 6B, and yeah, very gently going over the sweater. I mean, less gently in the back, more gently for the front. Because right now I don't want to touch the elements that I just drew and dissolve the rhombus that are also made with water-soluble material. So yeah, so I need to be pretty delicate. But yeah, but I really like the concept of this picture. And I think after I edit it, I will put it on my merch store. So if you want, you will get a print with this design or a t-shirt. Okay, and I think I will use this smaller, let me clean this, the smaller brush, because this is important. Okay, right now, when the pigment is wet, I will be honest, I don't like when it's wet. It's too dark for me when it's wet, but I will wait when it dries, because water-soluble pigments, watercolors, are always darkest when they are wet and they dry like a tone or two lighter. So I need to be mindful of that. Okay, something twitched in my peripheral vision again on the screen, and I still don't know if it's obvious, or if it's something else. Okay, here in the back, I will just go over this area again, because it doesn't matter if this area is the darker one. Okay, I can tell you right now, I'm not vibing with the sweater. I think it would benefit more if it was like slightly darker than the skirt. Because right now I feel it blends too much with the background here, too much with the background there, and too much with the hair. So I might, after all, introduce white gouache. I have a tube of white gouache right here. You need to trust me, this is white gouache. It is opaque, water activated paint and water reactivated when dry. And I use it all the time for fixing my mistakes, to fix my mistakes. Just like right now. For when I need the color to be lighter and more even. I will reapply the line art whenever I need it. I know that I am just right now kinda sloppily putting it on, but I promise you I will redo the line art whenever I will see it fit. So don't worry, I did this multiple times already. Just need to be delicate around the diamonds. Just keep in mind that when you want to use gouache, it slightly changes the texture of the paper, so when any of your supplies you're using on top of it glides differently than compared to when it is on the regular compared to when it's on regular bare paper. Gouache is opaque, but I am putting it in very like thin layers, so it's not fully covering my line art, but I know that I need to redo the line art either way in some of the places because of the introduction of gouache right now. It is what it is. Sometimes your line art fades when you apply watercolors, when you erase the sketch underneath. It happens. It just happens. Okay, how it is shade wise? Still a bit lighter. Still I need to make it a bit lighter. Okay, it's almost 10 p.m. I see. So I will probably just be patient and put more and more layers of gouache till I will be happy, because right now I am aiming towards this shade, the shade right in here. So yeah, so I should have used probably the 4B for the sweater. Right now it's still kind of disappearing into the background, I feel. And I know I really rarely show what I do when I make mistakes. Usually, you know, these are not like shown on stream. I usually say that I will fix it off stream, or I will fix it in when I will be scanning. Yeah, but I want this picture to be nice. Okay, how is it going? Okay, the coverage is even, the color is even. Still, I would like for it to be a little bit lighter, because I still feel like now it's the color itself, the color of the sweater appears cooler in tone than the color of the rest. Let me maybe change now the color of the back, starting from the back. Yeah, right now this is the color. So right now I will put, this is the color I'm aiming for. And yes, I know I painted right now all over this branch. But as I said, I will touch up the line art later when everything dries properly. I will touch up the line art and take the photos. Because right now, unless the gouache will dry, right now it has the good shade, in my opinion. And my opinion is right now most important because I'm the one holding the brush, okay? Okay, I feel this is a good place to stop, and I think the line art, the reapplying of line art, will help this piece as well. Will make it look less like a blob and more like a sweater, you know. But yeah, it's already 10:04. So this is where I will end the stream. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming, chatting, lurking, and spending some time with me. Next stream on Thursday, it will be Sims 2. I'm going back to the Berry family in my Sims 2 legacy. So yeah, so if you're interested in some Sims 2 gameplay, feel free to come. So yeah, but until then, thank you all so much for being here. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next stream. So goodbye!